YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil Goodfella Neil coming through with a sneaker collection. This particular model is going to be the Air Max 90 infrared color blocking. It's actually complete. I completed it in late part of 2020, maybe December-ish, roughly, something like that. Just give a little bit of brief history, and only just all the Air Max 90 infrared blocking colorways. Okay, know some people be hard of hearing sometime, you know what I mean, so I just had to say it again. This is only an Air Max 90 collection of the infrared colorway blocking pickups that I got, and it just felt like one of the thing, man. It's like Pokemon, man. You know, you gotta have them all, you know what I mean? Pringles, you can't just have one. So it's like once you already got one colorway, you get the other colorways. And I didn't buy it just simply out of just to have it. I'm actually rocking these different colorways on different colorway spectrums. Check out the picture too. I posted on IG. Just posted for this picture for the what's the name too. But just because they roll with different outfits and stuff like that, different hues, different colors and stuff like that. Radiant red colorway first. I know I'm late to the party. This is one of them kicks that I got last year. Was super busy. Y'all already know. I took my hiatus or whatever, you know what I mean. Went missing for a little minute. Took a little break. And yes, I did pick up on these. Now the problem is I couldn't pick up on release day, but I ended up picking up these size 9s by luck. Just like during like slight restock. It wasn't like a called out restock like on a Twitter or whatever. You know, some sneaker stores actually restock, and I'm talking about online. Some sneaker stores actually restock if you check the page maybe a few days later, if you get lucky. And I was on just lucky to check out with these. This was from Hibbett Sports, and I know Hibbett Sports kind of like restock a few times a little bit, but they don't tell nobody. I think they like low key, which is definitely good because I kind of check back periodically on some releases that happen to be hype. Now the resellers did us dirty with this. This sold out, and I'm so happy that most of the, at least the resale on this kind of flatline. You can still get this for a little bit above retail in some cases, but I ended up copping this size 9. Wore these for a while thinking that, you know, it was going to be okay. I tried to make it work. It was so. I wore it around a few times, but it wasn't the best fitting because my true size is actually a 10 to a 9.5, depends. Now sometimes I can pull off a 9, and with these being an OG recraft, I just want to give these a try. Worst come to worst, I just would have resold them or whatever. And so I end up finding a restock, not by link, but just because I was checking the site. And these are the 9.5s that I actually wear right here. And I'm gonna just show both of these in the camera. You know, this is the 9.5 I actually wear, way more comfortable, and these are the size 9s. Now eventually, like, I'm gonna let these go because obviously there's no point in having these. I could just free this up either for some more cash or to get some more kicks or whatever, and that's what I'm gonna most likely do when I let these go. But yeah guys, like, and these still sell out to this day. Like, it's hard to basically find them for retail because this is one of the Nike heritage models. Same thing happened with the Air Max 95. Definitely ain't had no luck with that, so hopefully I get a lucky restock or something. But yeah, with this colorway, definitely flying flames, guys. Just a terrible thing. The resellers destroyed this release, guys, and you know, I hate it, man. I just hated it. What the game has become to is less authentic. There's a bunch of, you know, it's a bunch of people pretending and stuff like that. They act like they like, you know, it's like, if you really like the kicks, bro, just buy the kicks and wear them. You know what I mean? It's okay to sell 1 or 2 extra pair. Now in my case, I was just being thirsty because I just felt like, what if this sneaker go up to 200 plus 250 or something like that? So I just ended up getting the size 9. I said, worst come to worst, I could just sell these and then just use the money from these to buy my 9.5. Just so happened I got lucky and got the 9.5 on like a restock. Thank you, you know what I mean, especially for the retail game, you know what I mean. So Nike did restock these a few times, so hopefully y'all got y'all a pair, guys. You probably want to get 2-3 pairs of these because this is definitely an iconic sneaker, one of the sneakers you definitely don't want to sleep on. So that's just my little mini rant as far as the Air Max infrared 90 go. And the price on here, or the radiant red, the price on these was $140, mostly because they got an air bubble in the forefoot and not only just in the back like they typically have on the models that's $120. And that's really the main difference. Most of the OG models or whatever, they actually had a forefoot. So hopefully, you know, if y'all want to be bold and bust open the front, pause, and tear this down, it should be an air bubble in the forefoot. So let's get off into this, guys. This almost feel like a sneaker rotation in a way, but and these colors is not from least to greatest or whatever, but the one I like out of all of them is definitely the infrared, for sure. So you know, I just didn't have time for that. Like, bro, if you don't like the kick or whatever, just don't buy the colorway, you know what I mean? But the completionist in me, and Anthony Levine term, completions, I don't know if that's a real word or he coined it. The completionist in me as well wanted to complete this. I don't want to call it a pack, but you know, this color blocking just made me just want to complete all the colorways. So as far as this colorway, I already reviewed the other colorways, guys, and everything. I just want to show them all together just for fun, you know what I mean? And then we could watch this together. As far as like what I think about the colorway, this was definitely at least like the top 3 for me out of all the other colorways, including the OG, because like this sold out real quick because I just felt like this was like the infrared colorway cousin in a way. Now the original colorway that dropped on the Air Max 90 infrared back in the day was called High Van Orange. Also too, this was actually technically the last colorway I actually got was the lime green joint. I know my light is really kind of bright. Let me just get up kind of close for you guys. This is the lime green one, and this was the last colorway that I did to complete my color. But I knew it was a wrap once I finally got these, which is the ones I was on the top of my list. Wore these for a while, you know, sneakers still the same. It's 9.5. The only thing different with these sneakers is just the colorway, and like I said, the forefoot does not have a bubble in the forefoot down here, just an air bubble in the back. This retail for like $120, but most of the sneakers been going on sale. Most of these colorways, I would say that the purple and the pink one has been the most hardest to find in a way in some cases, but you could easily go to GOAT or StockX to get them. I don't know, maybe even eBay, but like what I mean by that is they just didn't too much like having retail for me and all like that. So I think this might actually be, yeah, this is actually a woman size, but it, you know, my foot is small enough to actually fit into it. So this is a US women 11. Now I'm thinking if they got a men's purple, then you will actually get the little badge, the little Nike badge to go with it, Flying Flames. And this colorway, man, I mean, you could just crack the whole year open. Like these seasonal colors, like right here we got this Easter like pink. This is the only Air Max 90 I have not worn yet because I want to cautiously wear this out. I don't want to just throw this on with anything, but I want to just more so like have like some forest green, kind of like, I don't know, forest green joggers or some forest green sweats to go with it, something like that. Want to kind of have more of a premeditated outfit versus like an all black and then had a pink pop at the bottom. Just kind of want to give this shoe a little bit more life and more flow as far as the outfit go. And then look at that, you know, the pink to me, you know, it's like that soft light pink, kind of remind me of Valentine's Day a little bit. Again, Easter. Same thing with this colorway, drifting off into spring, since spring is right around the corner. This pink and this teal, almost kind of looking like Tiffany blue in a way, definitely will be rocked this spring and everything, guys. Fly and Flames. This is the only sneaker I have of the Air Max 90 infrared color blocking in the size 10. That was just because this was like a last resort. It's like, what the hell? It fits, it doesn't fit as snug as I would like, you know what I mean, since it's like a super like true to size really. With this, you do have a little bit more, Air Max 90s do have a tendency to get a little narrow at the top, at the toe box, but you know, with this whole recraft project, your foot can actually expand in this kind of material too. This like this soft nubuck and everything. Just get a close look at that. Love it, man. Love it. And this is why I like picking up kicks, guys. Like, it's just, you know, you could just flip and just like have all these like different options and everything. And we got the blue right here. Definitely a nice clean colorway. Love it, love it. And I just feel like 5-7 years, maybe even 3 years, these gonna shoot up in price. I hate to bring resale into a lot of things, but it's only natural with kicks that was like out and plentiful for everybody. You know, like anybody could have picked this up, any one of these colorways in most cases. And I'm saying is everybody had the chance to pick it up, you know what I mean, if you really tried or whatever, even if you get it pre-owned or whatever. These not too hard to clean, but the prices will eventually go up on these. Again, I hate mentioning like resale, not for resale for like take it away from somebody with a bot, but I'm talking about over time resale, which is pretty natural in the sneaker game. Something go missing, people want that classic old feeling, they want a fresh pair of these or some that's lightly gently used or something like that. Definitely can see these going up because it's definitely a lot of Air Max heads out there, guys. And but I'm not into the whole resale, and once all that happen, I'm gonna just be snapping the necks, you know what I mean, when people forget about these and all that. Yeah, this is the iconic classic neon colorway, mostly from that Air Max 95 kind of like vibe, but these also dropped back in the day as well, and they did a great job on this. This was my first Air Max 90 at a recraft pack out of all these infrared colorways, and I was just blown away by these. Yeah, guys, it's just crazy. I literally was thinking about doing like an Air Max 90 update, you know what I mean, to see like a lived in, how does it break in and all that stuff. And it was kind of bright on the camera, but the two completely different colorways too. Sometimes it looks a little like they're alike. This one was misleading people in the pictures. I blame that on Nike for the hue, them not making the hue look as lime. And lastly, the iconic radiant red colorway. Now, just a little bit of history. Like I was just saying, guys, the high vent orange was actually the original colorway for this sneaker. And for the Air Max 90, there was never really like a leading athlete for this. Usually most of the Air Maxes usually stood alone anyway. Now this was originally known as the Air Max 3 and Teal 2000. The upper featured a Duro mesh, synthetic felt, and synthetic leather for lightweight and flexibility. The Air Max unit was the biggest air bubble of that time as well. The wizard Tinker Hatfield, the great sneaker creator he is, but had actually dropped these in 1990. And I think when they call it an Air Max 3, the Air Max 3 might actually mean the forefoot has an air bubble as well. The Air Max 90 does not have any of the air bubbles in the forefoot, so it was just kind of like one of the things like, but it's the same sneaker. Like what like this is 120, this is 140. I didn't get it. I thought Nike was just trying to hype these, but it on the inside more tech rather. The infrared will become a standout colorway and highlight the air unit, plus propel the Air Max 90 to new heights. The original colorways were infrared, laser blue, hot coral, spruce lime, and eggplant. The benefits to this sneaker is the lightweight breathability in the upper, the waffle traction sole, and the sturdiness of the midsole. The Air Max units in the forefoot and in the back provide shock absorbency. Durability is more prevalent than flexibility because of the sturdy outsole and midsole. A track and road running shoe, this sneaker is definitely not made for hiking like you would find with the ACG. So basically, you already know this is just not good on those rugged trails, going up mountains. Very bad, or not that great rather. All in all though, this is definitely a streetwear staple, and this classic design by Tinker definitely stands the test of time. Now me personally, wearing these kicks, definitely very comfortable. I got the old ones that's like from like 09 or 2012. Those feel like bricks. I did a comparison video already with this. It's actually this colorway. The impact of this sneaker is definitely a big one. Doesn't look to be going anywhere no time soon. And colorways come out every year, and it's not stopping anytime soon. As far as these Air Maxes go, I'd say overall This is at least in the top 3 or top 5 Air Maxes of all time. At worst, top 10. People that don't even collect sneakers actually rock this too, so you know what I mean? It's just kind of like that everywhere shoe, that Nike heritage sneaker. So that was my little bit on this, guys. You know, this was my infrared collection with a little bit of history. Again, you can look at the other videos if you want super in-depth reviews on this. Now granted, that was in 720, so you know, 720p, so be ready for that. With this, happy as hell I got the colorways, guys. Let me know, did you guys complete the set? Was getting the Radiant Red Air Max 3 hard for you guys? Time goes on, like I was saying earlier in the video, these might get a little bit more sought after, and you crack out maybe a purple one. People hardly seen that. A lime green one, you know. Obviously wear the kicks for yourself, but you know what I mean. People like, damn, where you get that colorway from? I didn't see that colorway before. Oh, this colorway came out in 2020, blah blah blah. It was just sitting, and man, you know, so before you know it, they have been checked wherever to get kicks from. I still get comments on my videos now from stuff I reviewed like 5-6 years ago, like, where can I get this kick? And you know, it's like dried up. Some people, if you can't find it on eBay or maybe even Macari or Poshmark or whatever, some people gotta wait until those sneakers literally re-release, like the Huarache joints that just dropped or that's about to drop, with the blue and the green and the white, and they got the OG Nike on those. Like, looking at the tag on the tongue, those definitely a must-have. The Huarache, the Nike Air Huarache run that came out in '91. So I'm happy they did that one in the OG form. But yeah, that's just a good example, guys. I know it's hard to cop during this whole hype beast reselling thing, but just still gotta hang in there, guys. And we just get the deals, get the sales whenever. Got a few more videos later on about that. You know what I mean? I'm hearing a lot of UA talk and all that stuff, but I still haven't really bought it. I still haven't bought a UA yet, but it has crossed my mind for certain kicks that's like just I refuse to pay, that's out of range. But yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe. This is the Sneaker Cave. That's my time for the day in the Sneaker Cave. I'm out. Peace.